Hey, it's Tori, and welcome to, or welcome back to my channel. Today we have Brittney from Unleash the Archers joining us on the channel. How are you doing today, Brittney?
Doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing really well. You've got a brand new album coming out on May 10th, which is called Phantoma via Napalm Records. Could you tell us in your own words, like, of course it's a conceptual album, what it is about?
Yeah, so it's the protagonist is the name of the record, Phantoma, and she is AI that runs a computer in a warehouse that I call a hub, and basically it's set in a near future planet Earth where the planet has been destroyed by climate change and humanity has kind of done its dirty work and now it's uninhabitable really, and humans all live in these glass biomes where they are safe from unbreathable air and whatnot, and robots and AI run everything and do all the work. And so Phantoma is in this warehouse, and she makes sure that humans have everything they could ever possibly want. So she just course, make sure that everything's shipping and receiving and stuff, and that the warehouse is constantly stocked. And she can watch humanity through the metaverse and kind of falls in love with them and their lives of luxury in these biomes, and wishes that she could be one of them and live among them. So she figures out a way to escape the warehouse and the computer that she's in, and puts herself into like the body of an android, and um, sets out on a bit of an adventure, and learns that humanity isn't quite what she thought it was, and that the world is much harder than she thought, and just kind of comes up against some pretty tough obstacles. Yeah.
That sounds, I mean, it sounds amazing. It's kind of one of those, the grass isn't always greener on the other side type of
Right.
stories.
Right.
Um, is the album, is this going to be a self-contained album, or is it going to continue on with the concept into like 2 or 3 more albums?
Yeah, I think this is a one-off, I think,
One
for
off.
this one. Yeah. I mean, I suppose I could maybe continue it someday, but the main story arc, the main growth that Phantoma goes through is all contained within this one record. So I always meant for it to be its own entity, and see where it goes from there. But for now, just the one. Yeah.
So you've already released 2 singles. How have you found the response from your fan base, or even just people who are discovering you now through this concept?
I mean, yeah. So far, people are liking it. There's a few comments. People kind of like, oh, I don't know if this is, these tracks are really for me. I'll wait till the record comes out. And that's great to hear as well, that people are still willing to give it a chance, even if the first couple singles aren't exactly what they were looking for. But a lot of people have been really excited about it, and are loving it, and spinning the new singles. So that's all we could really ask for.
Yeah, because I have checked out both of them, and they've been absolutely phenomenal for me. And of course, I'm lucky enough that I got to listen to the full album, and I sat down yesterday and just sat and took it all in. And it's such a brilliant story, and just how you've interwoven all of these different aspects, and with the sound as well. How do you think your sound has evolved from previous albums to this one today?
I mean, from the very beginning, like our first album in 2009, a lot has changed for sure. We were like so much a like a deathcore influenced metal band back in the day. I used to call us power death because like my vocals were very power metal influenced, but then we were writing like a lot of death metal riffs, and it was an interesting genre that we had created for ourselves back in the day. But yeah, in 2013, our main songwriter left, and he was also our screamer. And he
Mm.
and I used to kind of do 50-50 on the screaming and singing. And, it was very important to us that our sound remained really heavy, despite the kind of style that I sang in. So
Mm-hmm.
when he left the band, that changed things big time. Andrew came in, and Grant had been with us for just a little over a year by that time as well, and he was starting to take over songwriting duties a bit more as well. And both of them have like a really traditional heavy metal kind of influence and background. So that right there was enough to kind of, we were, doing this, and then all of a sudden we were doing
Mm-hmm.
this. So, and then as we got better at writing together, um, it it just kind of evolved into this, I don't even know what you call us now, like power melodic death, yeah, whatever, subgenres can be confusing, but
Yes.
it's more just, we just write what is fun, what
Mm-hmm.
we enjoy playing live, and what what, when we know we're going to have a good time on stage with this one, that kind of thing. That's really what motivates us when we're writing, is, are we going to have a good time with each other on stage playing this song? And so that's kind of just where, we're all really into synth wave, so we put synths into our music now. And but we're still definitely, like, I'm super in love with melodic death metal still. I listen to a lot of it, so we always like to keep that in our sound as well, and stay true to that side of the band. And but then, yeah, we're also like super into power metal and traditional heavy metal, and so that gets in there. But also pop, like I love pop music. I'm a total, dance pop EDM kind of fan. So
Yes.
get a little bit of that in there too. Just throw it all in. Whatever you got, put it in the pot. And that's kind of, yeah, how we've progressed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that shows, especially with the Ghost in the Mist video that you guys just released, and it truly shows your guys' personality up on stage and that you are having fun with these songs,
Mhm.
and that's what you want. You don't want to be going on tour and be like dreading it or anything. This is your
Yeah.
passion, it's your life, and you want to be like the best you can be for that audience that is watching you, and that totally comes across. So that's amazing. You guys used and utilized AI during the writing, the filming, and also the production process on this new album. What was that experience like for you?
Well, it was all kind of very last minute. We just threw it in there for the most part. Um, like we didn't really know what the possibilities were, and when it came to like writing music. So the whole album was written and everything was ready to go. But when I sat down to do the lyrics, I was like, hey, why don't we do a chat GPT thing and just,
Mm-hmm.
throw a prompt in there and see what it comes up with. And then we could say that we used AI to write a record about AI. And all the guys were like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And so I just put a prompt into there, like, write a song about assassins in the night in the style of Unleash the Archers. And it spat out like a long poem. And I just kind of was already, had what was going on for Ghosts in the Mist at the time, and I was just kind of like, oh yeah, I could use that. Like Blades at the Ready, I think was one of the
Mm-hmm.
ones. So I was like, oh sure, yeah, I'll stick that in there. I'll find a way to fit it in or whatever. And then, but that was really it. I was just like, I just wanted to be able to say that I used it, when writing a record about AI. And then for the music video, we were like looking for new ideas and just wanting to try something new. And we were filming the video for, I guess I can't say it yet because no one knows what the next single is.
Not
Um,
yet. No spoilers.
we were filming the performance video um, in the studio for one of the upcoming singles, and they mentioned that they had seen this program, this AI program that could like paint green screen footage with
Mm-hmm.
animation, and so we were like, yes, let's do it. Let's use AI in an album about AI, and so that was where that came from basically, because we love being able to act and be in our own music videos, and this was a really interesting way of being able to, we filmed all the green screen footage, and then we trained an AI model on the artist of the artwork of our t-shirt artist,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just kind of painted all the filming and footage and everything that we had created with that, and we thought it was super cool. But yeah, that's really it. We just wanted to say that we used AI. And so we were kind of like, well, how do we fit it in there? It was all really kind of last minute stuff. Yeah.
Well, and it's also such new ground and technology as well that it can be a little bit overwhelming. I know I've dabbled a little bit in it, and it's just
Hmm.
like it's crazy how it comes up with these different things from just the prompts that you imagine and just put into
Hmm.
it. And I was reading your Facebook, and I know that you've had a little bit of a little bit, how do I say it? Some of
Backlash.
the, yeah, a little bit of backlash from fans about the music video for Green and Glass. Like, how did you guys feel about that?
I mean, it's not great.
Yeah.
Um, we didn't realize that the program, despite the fact that we trained the model on
Mm-hmm.
the artwork that we had purchased, it fills in the gaps with the base features
Mm-hmm.
is what they called it. So yeah, that was unfortunate, and we never, we didn't go out there being like, ha ha ha,
Right. Right.
let's take some jobs away from some people. We weren't looking for an animated music video. We were looking for a way to tell the story of the album in a cool kind of cinematography with the artwork of our t-shirt artist overlaid
Mm-hmm.
over top of it. And so it was, yeah, we just, and it wasn't even so much that, it was the fact that people just straight up hate AI. Like I had
Yeah.
no idea that there was everyone out there that was so angry about it. And like just zero tolerance. And so it was kind of like, oh, well, like, but it's everywhere. We can't stop it.
No.
I just, and I absolutely their opinions are valid. Everyone is allowed to have their own opinion on this whole thing, and it's, I'm not saying that anyone is wrong or that anything like that, but personally, we all feel that it's here, and there you can't fight it.
Mm-mm.
Don't let it bring you down. Don't let it make you angry. It's just it, like you just have to take it and grow with it and move along with it and try and figure out how to make it work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you fight it, there like what there's it's just gonna waste your time. And like I think about when MP3s and the Napster and all that stuff came around, and it was like music was changed absolutely forever.
Mm-hmm.
And you could either be Metallica, who took it to court and spent millions of dollars and alienated a lot of their fans and wasted a lot of their own personal time on it. Um, or you could be Iron Maiden, who said, well, who downloads our music the most? Who's
Mm-hmm.
stolen the most music? Oh, South America. Let's go there, and toured the shit out of it, and made a whole new um, fan base down there, and just kind of endeared themselves to everyone down there. And I mean, that's just kind of, I mean, that's a very different uh, situation. Of course, everyone knows it's not, you know, like having your work stolen and used in this program that just kind of paints everything. Um, like Midjourney and Dolly and all that stuff, they're just, scraping the internet and taking
Mm-hmm.
whatever it can find and not, compensating anyone. It's different. But it's just kind of like, here we are faced with a moment of change, and what are we gonna do with it, And this is like a lot about what Phantoma is about, because
Exactly.
she's stuck in this computer, or she is this computer.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, I have a cold and I'm like
You're
so stuffed up.
you're
I'm
okay.
trying not to trying to like articulate. Um, but anyway, so she's stuck in this computer and she's just so hopeful for the future, and but she knows that she needs to get out. She's in a
Mm-hmm.
situation that is holding her back, and it's kind of like this precipice that she's standing on. And is she just gonna remain where she is and be this tool for making the lives of humanity better, or is she
Mhm.
gonna be her own human, be her own person,
Right.
choose her own path, be in control? And she kind of is like faced with this moment and says, you know what, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna uh, make my own way in the world. And I think we are all faced with that in our lives, sometimes daily, you
Yes.
know. Yeah, it's about what are you gonna do? Are you going to let the negative take over you? Are you gonna kind of let the anger perpetuate and just make you more angry or make you more upset about things? Or are you going to say, okay, I can't change that thing, so I'm going to change what I can, and I'm going to quit this job that I hate, or
Mhm.
I'm going to move out of my parents' house and who have too many rules placed upon me or whatever. I'm going to make my own path. So that I just feel like we're kind of at that moment right now as well again.
Yeah. No, I think you guys handled it really well with your post, and obviously you guys set out with good intentions. You weren't like set like you say sat behind the scenes going, this is
Yeah.
we're doing this, and I'm with you. I'm a strong believer of what you put into the world is exactly what you're going to get back from it. And if you're
Hmm.
just going to sit there behind a keyboard and put out negativity, then that's what your life's going to look like. And
Yeah.
I think it's I understand people not wanting to get on board with the AI. My sister is a huge artist as well, so I can understand like the artist side of it. But
Hmm.
again, we need to grow and accommodate these things, because if we don't, then we're just sort of stuck on this linear thing and it's not going to go anywhere. And
Hmm.
so, yeah. You guys are
Yeah,
also doing
it's tricky.
it is tricky. And with it being so new as well that we don't know where it's going to go or what it's going to
Hmm.
be, or we just have to take it in and hopefully it goes in the right direction.
Yep, yep. We're just
So
riding this train, no idea who's
exactly.
driving it.
Exactly, and that's life, right?
Yep, yep.
So you guys, I also saw on your social media that you guys are doing a giveaway with the release of the album. Would you like to go into detail here about what that entails if people haven't seen that yet?
Sure. So we're doing a giveaway. It's kind of like a twofer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you're in the Canada, US area and you order through the Napalm Records America store, you'll be entered to win. Sorry, if you pre-order the new album through that particular shop, you will be entered to win a signed canvas print of our album artwork by Dusty Peterson. And we'll sign that and then ship it off to whoever the winner is of that. But also, because we didn't want to leave any of our international fans out,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be doing a listening party before the record comes out, probably like a week or so beforehand. And and that is going to be open to anyone that orders from any of the Napalm shops, and also through our web store, Indie
Mm-hmm.
Merch Store, and then also through Bandcamp as well. So those that are only buying digital will have a chance to be entered as well. So it's going to be 10 tickets in total for the listening party, and the two that win the canvas are going to be given tickets for the listening party. So 8 tickets are available for international fans, and yeah, we're really excited. It's just going to be kind of a cool like hangout, listen to the record and chat, and a little bit of a pre-party with our
Yeah.
fans. So yeah, we're having a good time with it, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it was going to be really fun for those fans, those 10 fans that do get to win and get to hang out and, have this privilege of listening to the album with the band, because who gets to do that?
Yeah, right. I mean, hopefully it'll be. We're kind of like, wait, so are we allowed to talk, or like, we don't want to like talk over the music if people are
Right.
actually excited to hear the songs? Well, then that's like a whole hour of just sitting there in silence. So it's what are we gonna do here? Are we gonna like play a song and then talk about it,
Talk
or
about it,
like,
yeah.
yeah, who knows? It'll kind of be fly by the seat of our pants a bit, I think. Um, but yeah, for the most part, I think we're just excited to. to talk about the new record with people and
Yeah.
see what they think.
And especially with your own fans who are so excited about it and
Mm,
just can't wait for it. You guys
definitely.
also have like a super full summer and fall schedule of touring coming up. How do you prepare for that? And of course, are you excited to get back on the road?
Absolutely. We haven't been over to Europe in a long time, and we played one festival in Belgium in 2021. But other than that, it's been a long time. So we're very excited. And yeah, preparation is really just like getting to the jam spot every night and, play through the set, like as if you were already on tour.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do, because um, just the more I sing, the more, in shape I get, and the better I get. So it's just a matter of like I'm already started, and our first show is on May 3rd down in
Mm-hmm.
Chicago. So yeah, super important to just kind of get into the rhythm of things before you actually hit the road. And um, and then I think we'll just kind of be like on a roll the whole summer and all the way through till the end of September there with the Powerwolf tour. So just kind of, I think it's going to go by really fast, and it's just going to be a whirlwind. But yeah, we're very, very excited.
Yeah, I just saw recently that you guys were touring with Powerwolf and you are coming quite close to where I am, so I'm hoping that I can
Awesome.
get to, for if my schedule can do it, I can come and see you guys because that'll be my first time seeing you guys live. And I've always, ever since I discovered you on my channel, I'm like, I need to see them live. I need to hear Brittney's vocals, in real life and
No pressure.
experience you guys. Exactly. No pressure. So, deviating a little bit away from the album for a moment, you recently worked with Arjen Lucassen with his project Ariane. How was that for you?
It was amazing. It was so cool. It was like one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. It was live beneath the waves, doing the whole 01001101 record from
Hmm.
beginning to end with all the vocalists and everyone, all the guest musicians and everyone that were involved, and just doing a live production of it for 5 days in a row, I think it was, or
Hmm.
something like that. 5 shows. Can't remember exactly now, but um, such a good time. And I was doing someone else's parts, so had some pretty big shoes to fill. But uh, I mean, I just kind of showed up and was like, okay, I'm like this little no name from a power metal band from the middle of nowhere, Canada, and just like surrounded by all these amazing musicians, and just was like, just do the best that you can and have a good time. That's what's important, and it was awesome. It was like being brought into the fold of this amazing family
Family,
that,
yeah.
yeah, that has been doing this for a long time. Aryan's been doing not just um, the Arion stuff, but these live productions. They've been doing
Hmm.
them for years now. So everyone is just kind of like, it's old hat for them. But meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like kid in the candy store a little bit. But I just had the best time. It was like, yeah, one of the coolest things I've been a part of in life for sure.
Yeah. I know that he's just dropped one of the live videos for it, and I'm
Hmm.
so excited. I'm literally gonna, as soon as we wrap up here, that's what I'm gonna film my
Awesome.
reaction to because I am so excited.
Nice. It's cool. It's a good one. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was so sad that I couldn't make it over because I am British, but I live in America. And when he announced he did it in the Netherlands, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, no. One day I hope he can bring it, like, do something over here. I know it's like a massive, massive place and a massive, massive production, and the expense of that's just like wishful thinking, but
Hmm.
it would be amazing.
I think he could do it. I
I think
mean,
so too.
there were a lot of Americans there that
Hmm.
that made the trip, but I know so many people that couldn't do it. And
Yeah,
so if you were to pick something kind of central that
right.
everyone would be able to get to and do it in like a big theater so that he could sell lots of tickets,
Hmm.
I think absolutely he could do it for sure,
Yeah,
especially in the States where, flights are really not cheap,
right.
but they're pretty
They're not,
inexpensive
yeah.
for, yeah. for other Americans to fly around. Canada into America, not cheap. But even though it's just like, we're just right there, like, is it really
Mm-hmm.
that much harder? Anyways, but yeah, so I think, I mean, you never know. Maybe one day we gotta bug them enough
Right.
on YouTube comments.
Bring it to America, like, come on
Yeah,
over.
absolutely, for sure. Yeah, but
I'm not.
it's like weeks of preparation. Like they were in
Yes.
that venue for a long time before it
Yeah.
all went down.
I can imagine because there's so many moving parts and so many
Hmm.
different voices and people, and not only
Hmm.
that, you've got the crew as well, and everybody getting just. I can't imagine the size that it took to
Hmm.
do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to keep you much longer. Do you have any last words for people watching this interview about the album, or just thanks or anything like that?
Yeah, just thanks to everyone that has pre-ordered, and if you haven't, that's okay too. Just hope you enjoy the record, and hopefully we'll get to see you on the road sometime in 2024 or 2025.
Well, thank you so much, Brittney, for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you. Of course, I will leave the pre-order link and all of Unleash the Archers information down in the description below. Please go ahead and pre-order if you haven't already. I have listened to the album. It is absolutely insane from beginning all the way to the end, and it's probably going to be one of my favorites this year.
Oh, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to become a Taurian. Speaking of becoming a Taurian, all of my social media links and my Discord link are down in the description. We'd absolutely love to have you come hang out in the Discord community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Rock on.